conditional operator where it should be look like this type of things. First your expression 1, then based on this expression 1 it will return this value or this value. So our next operator is increment and decrement operator, and you can see plus plus and minus minus sign is generally used. Plus plus for increment and minus minus for decrement. Let's check with some example. And now our aim is to doing some increment and decrement operator example, right? Now check this example. Okay, this is basically a example of increment and decrement where plus plus is used for increment and minus minus is used for decrement. So here if you see, I have initialized two variable I and j with value 10 and 20. I value is 10 and j value is 20. Now if we simply print I value and j value, let remove this one for the time being. So if I trying to print I and j, what it will return? I is equal to definitely 10 and j will be 20. Let run it. Now you can see I value is printing here 10 and j value is 20. Okay. Now let's check this three statement here. Okay. So first one I am trying to do plus plus I, right? So what it's mean? It's mean I value will be increment by 1. Okay. And it will print that value. So first it will increment, then store it in I, and that will print here. So previously I is basically 10. So this statement first increment I value, that is basically 10, to 1 extra, that is basically now 11, and store this 11 in I. So definitely it will print which value? It will print 11, right? Now coming to the next one, j plus plus. So if you see the difference between this and this, so I am using this increment operator before I, and here I am using increment operator after j. So before I means first it will increment the value, okay, then store it in I and print the same. But here first it will print j value, that is basically 20, then it will increment by 1, so that's mean 21. And if later I try to print j, so it will give me that value, that increment value, that is basically 21. So here in this statement it will first print 20 because j value is 20, right? And it will first print the j values, then it will increment by 1 and store in j, and later if I try to print this j value, so it will give me with plus 1, that is basically 21. So now check all these values. So definitely first one should be 10 because I is 10, then j is basically our 20, then I, but before printing I use the increment operator plus plus I, so it should return 11, then j plus plus, so it should return its original value, that is 20, and once it's print 20 it is again increment with 1, so that's why the next statement j will return 21. So let's check by running this program. So see, our first value is 10, second value is 20, then plus plus I, definitely it's 11. J plus plus means it's returning the value of initial j, that is basically 20, but the next statement when we try to print j, so it is already incremented by 1, so that's why it print 21. So these are something increment, or similar way you can use minus minus, for checking the decrement operator. So I am not doing any decrement operator so it is your assignment, just try to do the same type of coding with decrement operator. So our next category is conditional operator where it should be look like this type of things. First your expression 1, then based on this expression 1 it will return this value or this value. Okay, so the syntax is like expression 1 question mark, then expression 2, then colon, then expression 3. So let's check it with some example. And let's check an example of conditional operator. Okay. So you can see here I have again initialized two variable x and y with value 20 and 30. Now what is my aim? Now my aim is to find out the maximum number or the largest number between x and y with conditional operator, right? So I have printed a statement bigger number in between x and y, and I have made the same syntax expression 1 first. So if x greater than y, then question mark return x or y. So the written statement is look like this, but if I reading it this way, so it will be simple for you. So my value of x is 20 and y value is 30. So my expression is if x greater than y, that's mean if x is bigger than y, so let's return x as a bigger number, else y as a bigger number. So if x greater than y, return x, else y. So in our case x is 20 and y is 30. So if x means 20 greater than 30, no, so that's mean it will return y, and the bigger number we will get as 30. So let's check this one. So let me run it. So you can see bigger number is 30. Now if I make x as a 50, okay, so 50 greater than 30, so x is 50, y is 30. So that's mean this statement or these expressions will say is 50 greater than 30? Yes. So that's why it will return x, that's mean 50. So if I run it again, so you can see it will print statement bigger number is equal to x, x means 50. So see it will return bigger number is equal to 50. So this expression, first expressions, based on its return type, it will return this or this. So if it is true, then it will return this, and if it is false, then it will return this. So this way the conditional operator work. So in a single line you can make a statement based on some conditions. Again, this type of example definitely we will use in our number of example, but just clear your base what is operator and different type of operator, how it's work. So till now we have learned arithmetic operator and its example, then relational operator and its example, then logical operator and its example, then assignment operator and its example, then increment and decrement operator and its example, and finally conditional operator and its example. So hope you can understand all these operator concept.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.